Hi guys, it's album review time, but before we get into that, have a look at this. I want to give a huge shout out to the band Black and Damned. Can't believe what I got through the post today. Some great stickers, Black and Damned stickers, a patch, a Black and Damned patch. Heavenly Creatures on CD, their first album, amazing stuff. A signed photo of the band. And of course, as you can see, this amazing Black and Damned Servants of the Devil t-shirt. Have a look what's on the back as well, inserted in that photo. And guys, this band are amazing. I've just heard their album as well. This is a German metal band. You guys are going to love this on this channel. We've reacted to one of their songs already. You're going to love the album. It's out on Rock of Angels Records on April the 28th. It's their second album. There's 2 videos out already from this band, Dream Hunter, which I reacted to, and Hyena's Call. Check out both those songs from an amazing album, April the 28th, Rock of Angels Records, Black and Damned.
'Cause what we see with Hyena's Call.
So guys, like I said, album review, we've got Winger and Seven. This is coming out on Frontiers on May the 5th. 55 minutes and 45 seconds long. It's called Seven. It's the 7th studio album by Winger. It's the first since 2014's Better Days Coming. Melodic hard rock band. Everyone knows who Winger are surely by now. So if you go with the history of Winger, their albums and their music has changed quite a bit. So the first couple of albums were probably rightfully so lumped into that hair metal scene. They were very catchy, melodic rock, melodic hard rock. Brilliant albums, by the way. And their music has developed over time. And fans of Winger will know that they're a really intelligent, great songwriting band. That's what it's mainly all about. They've got slightly progressive moments in them, but they are really a melodic hard rock band. I love all their albums, by the way. I think all of them are great, and each one of them has got something really special. So I think this album bridges the gap perfectly, between all their styles they've had. So I think it's really melodic. It's probably not very progressive, only in little parts of it. Probably the least progressive over the last few albums, I would say. But this is an absolutely amazing album. Let's just run through the lineup as it is. And there's 4 original members still. You've got Kip Winger on vocals, bass and keys. Oh man, I mean, he's an amazing artist, amazing songwriter first and foremost. But his vocals sound absolutely amazing on this. They really do sound powerful. He sounds like just like he did back in the 80s to me. He doesn't sound a lot different at all. Maybe a bit more rasp to his voice, but I think it adds more to his vocals in my opinion. He also does bass and keys on this. Talented guy, I mean, just unbelievable. Red Beach on guitar and vocals. Man, some of the playing on this, I'm going to get into the songs obviously a bit later, but man, he's just an amazing guitar player. Some amazing solos across this album. Apart from his technical ability, the best thing I like about Red Beach is the feeling he puts in to his solos. It's just so much emotion depending on what solo it is and what song it is. You got Rod Morgenstein on the drums. Really tight drummer. Amazing drummer, actually. I mean, him and Kip Winger just blend brilliantly all the way through this album. He sounds amazing, and it's a great sounding album. I'll get onto the production in a minute. We've got Paul Taylor on the keys and the guitar. Yep, another person playing the guitar. And also the keys, man. They play a massive part in this on this album. I think that sometimes the album sounds really sort of modern at times. And then these synth touches sort of that entwine in between these songs almost give it that nostalgic 80s feeling. They really bring some of these songs into that period, and then it bridges the gap of 80s and modern rock on this album. The newest member in this band is John Roth on the guitars and vocals. Just everyone in this band is amazing. So I'm not 100% sure who does. I mean, they've got lots of guitars going on this album, so I'm not 100% sure who is playing what solo, but yeah, 3 possible guitarists through this album. So I mean, Red Beach I know is the main guitarist, but every solo, every riff is absolutely amazing on this album. I do love this album a lot, and I've really been looking forward to this album, and it doesn't disappoint for those Winger fans whatsoever. So yeah, production wise, it's really bright, it's really punchy, the drums are loud, which I love, the bass is nice and loud, the guitars are crunchy, and like I said, the keys and the synths play a huge part in this, and I think they're balanced really well in this on this album. They never really overtake the guitars, but they sit perfectly alongside as an instrument that plays a massive part in this band. Let me run you through my favourite tracks. Proud Desperado, the first single, kicks off the album.
Bullets fall like rain, but nothing bleeds forever. No one hears you.
Riffing, chanting as well at the beginning. They really never fail to surprise you, this band. They're not a run-of-the-mill rock band whatsoever. A chorus that has constantly been running in my head since its release. Just amazing. Atmospheric synth touches throughout on this, showing the band's progressive side a little bit in a short but excellent solo from Red Beach. A brilliant start to the album. I spoke a lot about the singles, so I'm just going to move on to the songs that I haven't spoken about so much. Heaven's Falling is the second track. A cool groove-laden, dampened string riff running through the verses. Again with some nice atmospheric synth touches, giving you those sort of 80s vibes for sure. The chorus hits quickly, sort of without a bridge to it. It's almost there, really quick. I love the chorus. It's another chorus that you have you humming well after the track is finished. A definite more straightforward Winger on this track that also boasts a fitting, straightforward guitar solo as well. Great stuff. Tears of Blood is next. Oh yes. Oh yes. What an amazing riff on this track. This track is just so epic. It's got a brilliant slow to medium pace stomp to it. Those brilliant verses lead to a chorus that sees Kip Winger's great flowing vocal lines. That is the hook on this, the vocal line on that chorus, and what a hook it is. A track that maybe some could say has some classic Dokken feels. I felt it had a little bit of that. That's never a bad thing though. An outstanding track, Tears of Blood. Resurrect Me is next. An excellent riff that sort of has a Scorpions Big City Nights feel to it at the start for sure. Then we're into an excellent chugging heavy rock song, as it's a cool, simplistic, uplifting chorus that has that guaranteed hook to it. Again, some amazing shredding, I think, from Red Beach in this solo. Next song I want to talk about is Broken Glass, an epic, haunting ballad. Kip's tone here, his vocal tone is outstanding. He really shows his range here as well. He sounds excellent throughout this, but his tone is something that really gets me every time. It's a beautiful track that sort of has a real dark, melancholy feel to it. An emotionally charged solo, topped off an excellent power ballad. The next track I want to talk about is Stick the Knife In and Twist, a fast-paced rocking track that almost has a Sunset Strip vibe to it for me. If there was a driving track, driving your car on this album, this is it. It's a fun, heavy track that would make a great live song as well. There's 2 guitarists on this one in the solo. Not sure, like I said, who's doing what. In an excellent display of technical ability. Great stuff. One Light to Burn is next. The next one I want to talk about. A cool bluesy groove like works its way through this track. Again, the band have a dark, heavy feel here as well. Kip's gravelly tone fits this track perfectly. A brilliant guitar solo over a slight odd time signature again. Breaks off the track, makes it sort of go somewhere else before reverting to the cool overall groove of the song. The next track I want to talk about is Do or Die. I fucking love this track. A standout for sure. Heavy riffing and a great slow to medium pace groove. This song has loads of different elements to it as well, but the band gel them all perfectly. Although it's a short song, about 4 minutes, it has sort of a real grand epic feel to it. Little sprinkles of progressive parts throughout this, Some amazing background vocals as well, a highlight of the album. And the last track I want to talk about is the latest single, It All Comes Back Around.
Be sure you're looking down as you fly into the clouds. Keep your demons safe and sound.
And it's the closing track, a modern masterpiece, I feel. A song that has everything, from the Alter Bridge-esque piano start to the 80s inspired synth work to the overall epic nature of this 7.5 minute track. Kip sounds so powerful here and shows amazing restraint in the mellow parts of the track as well. One of the most emotionally charged guitar solos I've ever heard, top off one of the best closing tracks I've heard on an album for a long time. A huge track, absolutely outstanding. So guys, as you can guess, I love this album. It's amazing. Winger fans and newer fans, hopefully, will not be disappointed in this album. It's called Seven. It's out on Frontiers on May the 5th. You've got to get this, guys. You won't be disappointed. You've been waiting a long time for a Winger album, and it's fucking great. Make sure you get this, guys. I'll see you soon.